Good morning. Today we're sharing some boot camp stories, and oh man, these are crazy. Alright, so I got 4 stories to share with you guys, but one of them is fake. I'm gonna make it up on the spot. So compose a comment at the end of this video guessing which one you think is fake news. Okay, so this first story takes place at the Confidence course, which is a series of obstacles that you have to complete, and this is during your first phase of training towards the beginning. And we had gotten through a bunch of the obstacles so far, it was going well, and we were about to do probably the most intimidating looking one. This thing is called the tough one, for pretty good reasons too. So you climb up this rope, you climb over the log at the top, then you walk over the series of boards, and then you climb up the A ladder, which is like on a 45-degree angle. Then you go up and over that log, and you grab onto the rope and go all the way down. Easy, right? So our platoon gets in line to do this, and there was a platoon in front of us going on it as we were waiting. So while we're waiting, they don't just let us stand there and wait like we're in line for a roller coaster or something. Like we have to, I think they were making us practice our like martial arts techniques, which we know as McMap. So while we were waiting, one of our drill instructors asked our platoon, he asked like who was afraid of heights. A few people raised their hands. So he made them go to the front of the line with the intent of them doing it first, getting in line again, and then doing it twice after everybody. Which, guys, if you're someone that's like getting ready to go to boot camp and you're watching this video, like just don't say anything if they ask if you're scared of it. Just do it. Like, you're gonna have to do it either way. If you say you're scared, they're gonna make you do it more times. So anyways, these kids that said they were scared, they're getting ready to go up onto the obstacle. We're doing our freaking lead hand punches. Then all of a sudden there's this like huge commotion going on, and I don't know what's happening. We're getting like rushed out of the confidence course like real fast, and after talking to, you know, some of those kids that were in the front of the line, I found out that one of the recruits from the platoon that was in front of us going on the obstacle, he was at the very top of it and did not apply proper brake on the rope, which a proper brake means you like wrap your leg around the rope and then put your other foot on top of that foot. So basically it's like a brake. Like if you lose grip a little bit, you'll have your feet there to keep you in place from falling. Well, this kid didn't do that, and he freaking fell down off of the top of it and like destroyed his leg, like shattered it. And of course all these kids that were afraid of heights were the ones that saw that happen, and I'm sure that didn't help them out with all the other obstacles that deal with heights. So what do you think? Is that the story I made up? It seems very possible. Like a good amount of people get hurt in boot camp. Just make sure you're applying proper safety procedures at all times. This next story happened during team week, which happens towards the end of the training. Basically, you get like a random job for the week, like working with your fellow recruits and getting instructed on what to do. For the band recruits like me, we actually got to go to the music building in Paris Island and practice, which apparently that isn't really a thing that has ever happened or has happened since then. I was just one of the fortunate ones to go there when they were actually doing that. But anyways, so we go to band. We're there for a while, we get done, and the drill instructor has to come to get us and bring us back to our squad bay, and then we go off to chow. But for some reason, the drill instructor was like really late getting there to get us. He gets there, he brings us back, and I missed when my platoon left for chow. Like, I got there after that. So the drill instructor starts giving me all this crap about how I would rather be at band than go to chow with the platoon. I mean, he was just messing with me, obviously. So it was just me in there by myself with this one drill instructor, and he was like making me clean the whole squad bay as like a punishment, even though it wasn't my fault at all. And I didn't know at the time, but there was another recruit that had stayed back from chow he was working on like some kind of artwork for the drill instructor, so they let him stay back. That'll be important in a second. So I'm like freaking scuzzing the deck, whatever I'm doing, and I just hear the drill instructor yell from the office, "Scribe! Go into small gear! Lock yourself in there!" So the small gear is like this little tiny storage room where we keep like the mops and stuff. So I go in there and shut the door. It's pitch black. I'm just standing there for a while, and all of a sudden I hear a voice. "Hey, Scribe." One of the other drill instructors was in there already, waiting for me. to mess with me. They'll do that.
So, Scribe, where are you from?
New Jersey, sir.
Oh, really? Which part?
South Jersey.
Oh, me too, Scribe. That's very interesting.
Yeah, we were like having this weird bonding moment in there in the dark in this tiny closet. Then out of nowhere, the drill instructor calls for the artist recruit. Sassafras! Go into small gear. Lock yourself in there.
Hey, Scribe.
Hey, Sassafras.
Sassafras. Oh, hello, sir. Tell me, you guys want to get weird in here or what?
No, thanks, sir.
Well, why not?
That's super weird. I don't really know. Then finally, thank God, one of our other drill instructors comes in, opens the small gear door, and sees the three of us standing in there, super awkward. He just kind of stares at us for a second, and then tells us to leave. And that's the story. It was really, really awkward and goofy, but definitely crazy. But did I make that one up? I don't know. Compose a comment. Okay, so we were about to go to sleep, and the next morning we had a hike. Hikes kind of suck. Like, you put on this huge main pack, it's like 45 pounds, and you walk really, really fast for miles, and then you end back where you started. So we start talking about this hike, like how to prepare for it, and make sure we're hydrated and all that good stuff, and the drill instructor mentions that we're gonna add more people to our gear watch when we go on break during the hike. Like, usually there's 2 people on gear watch. Like, if we put our stuff down and like go to the bathroom, 2 people will stay behind to watch it, but he wanted like 10 people to stay behind, and he assigned a crap ton more people. So after he gives that whole spiel about gear accountability, he pulls me into the office. So at this point in time, so I was the scribe, as I mentioned, but I was also the house mouse. But anyways, the drill instructor calls me in there and tells me about the implied duties of the house mouse.
Alright, house rat, listen up. I need you to do something for me, and I can't tell you have to do it or else it's hazing. But it would be in your very best interest if you did it. You get what I'm saying there, house rat?
I think I might...
Don't respond. You know, this conversation, it didn't even happen. So, house rats, they're pretty sneaky, right? So, I'm gonna need you to put that to use and tactically acquire a main pack from Platoon 2005, and you should do it as soon as you can. You tracking on that, house rat? You tracking?
I just have one question.
Don't respond. You know, this conversation never happened, so, let's just, boop.
So I had to figure out how to tactically acquire this huge main pack somehow. So fast forward to the next morning, we're going on this hike, it's going fine, it kind of sucks, it's like 5 miles long or whatever, and we're stopped at our midway points to take a bathroom break. We all put our packs down on the ground. So I'm on my way back from the bathroom to my pack, and I just like hear all this commotion and drill instructors screaming at people. And I come to find out that some recruit in Platoon 2005 was trying to walk away with a main pack from my platoon. And he got caught by our gear watch, and then they told the drill instructor, and now he's getting screamed at, and he's trying to say that he thought it was his, and it was just like ridiculous. That's when it started to click. Like, there was some weird like bet or something going on with the drill instructors, like to see who can steal whose main pack. They trusted me to do it. Like, I was the only one that got told about this. So for the rest of the day, I put in some thought on how to tactically acquire this main pack. So I came up with this plan. It was pretty terrible, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it was all I had. So as the scribe, I got to write the Firewatch list down at night. But for this week, there was also 2 rovers on Firewatch for 1 hour of the night. I put myself on that hour of Firewatch along with the 4 people that I trusted the most in our platoon. The one Firewatch had to stand post at the front door, which was also by the drill instructor's hatch. We needed one person there in case the drill instructor came out so that he would see somebody. Then the 2 rovers, they would actually be my lookouts. So they were supposed to be walking around on the outside, which they were still doing, but they were looking to make sure there were no other drill instructors that just happened to be out at that hour. And I put myself on second post on the inside, which was supposed to be guarding the head, also known as the bathroom for you civilians. But I would temporarily leave my post to go tactically acquire this main pack from Platoon 2005, and the person on third post would be at the back door And that would be just in case things went south and I had to like leave out of their squad bay through the back door and come in that way. Hopefully I wouldn't have to do that. That was just an emergency. I decided that I would act like I was a drill instructor walking in there, because that would happen a lot. Like random drill instructors, when you're on Firewatch, would just come bursting in the door and start screaming at you and throwing things and acting crazy. So I was gonna do that, but try not to be loud so that I didn't wake up their drill instructor who was sleeping. So, the roving Firewatch said it was all clear out there. I went over to Platoon 2005's, opened the door super fast, walked in.
What, no proper greeting? Okay, turn around, face the wall. Oh, geez, oh man. Are you a drill instructor?
Oh, we're gonna ask stupid questions now, are we? Okay, sing the Marine Corps hymn.
What, excuse me?
Face the wall and sing the Marine Corps hymn. And don't stop until I tell you.
Oh my goodness. From the halls of...
Shh, quieter.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli.
So I went over, as quietly as possible, just unclipped a random main pack. Nobody woke up, no one questioned me, grabbed it, and I walked out. And as far as I know, that poor recruit is still standing there in the corner, singing the Marines hymn, because I never told him to stop singing. But holy crap, that freaking plan actually worked. Like, I did not think I was gonna get away with that, but I did. And the next day when we all woke up, I told the drill instructor that I had a surprise for him, and gave him the main pack, and he was so happy. He actually pulled me into the drill instructor hut in private and gave me a bag of Skittles and a Gatorade, like as a reward. And that was the end of that. That was super ridiculous and very nerve-wracking, but I pulled it off. Operation Grand Theft Main Pack. But did that actually happen? Did I make that whole story up? I don't know, seems kind of far-fetched, but there was a lot of detail to it. Maybe too much detail. Okay, this last story, this one is a doozy. So our squad base, the way the building was, so we were on this side here, and the building was a U-shape, so we could see into the windows of the squad bay across from us. So I don't know whose bright idea this was, but they decided to move a female platoon into the squad bay across from ours. And the way that I found this out was about half hour after lights out. This kid in our platoon comes and just wakes me up.
Scribe, wake up, Scribe!
Sassafras, what do you want?
There's boobies, Scribe! There's boobies! Look!
What? Oh. And yeah, there was a lot of topless female recruits. I thought everyone at the depot's lights out time was 2000. 8 o'clock p.m. for you civilians. But apparently not for this female platoon, because they stayed up for an extra hour after us. So they were like showering and all that stuff an hour after we went to sleep. So it was completely pitch black in our squad bay, but totally bright in theirs, and they were all naked walking around. And there was some guys in our platoon that, so our rifles have these RCO attachments on them. It's like a scope, basically. Like it helps you see like super far. They took them off and were like spying out through the window with them at these poor, helpless, defenseless female recruits. Anyways, fast forward like 2 weeks after that, I was writing a letter to my dad. I kept in touch with him all through boot camp. And in this letter, I was talking about the naked female recruits. I don't know why they were there. They were only there for like a week and then they weren't there anymore. So I was kind of complaining in this letter. I was like, oh man, like, all the naked females are gone. So I was using that same notebook that I was writing letters in. We also do these like practice test things. So we're doing that. I complete my test. I tear it out of my notebook. And I walk up, and I didn't realize that when I tore that out, the next page that was visible was that letter.
Oh yeah, right, Scribe. I know we don't leave our mail laying around. Ooh.
So next thing I know, I have a drill instructor like reading this like private letter to my dad because I left it out, and he was actually more surprised that I liked boobs. And that's when I found out that all my drill instructors thought I was gay. Sexual orientation reveal at 69 subscribers. I don't think he really understood what I meant when I said, oh, I missed those naked females. Like, I think he thought I was talking about someone from back home or whatever. I don't know, but nothing came about it. I was actually really scared that I would like get called into some kind of meeting or something, but that never happened. You know what also might not have happened? That whole story, that was pretty ridiculous and most likely didn't happen. Unless it did. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you compose a comment right now with which story you think I made up. And also be sure to click that subscribe button and ring that Liberty Bell and click the like button. And also consider buying a custom t-shirt such as this one. I will leave the link in the description. And have a good morning.